Recommended about it, babe.
Alright, come on. Come on in.
Got a costume for the gray shirt. So you can video me, okay? And you got to
Don't put your hands on me.
Yeah, well, stop videoing me.
Yeah, he just put his hands on me.
I touched you. I brushed you on the shirt.
That's still touching.
Yeah, that's
Don't put your hands
ridiculous.
on me.
That's ridiculous.
I got it on video.
He's a white man. He's about 5'10".
Tell him to get here soon.
I know. She's trying to get into the women's bathroom and she can't. He's out now. He's standing
This
here
guy made a big deal about me taking my little girls
justifying what he's
to the women's restroom. Because he wants me to take them to the men's restroom.
I'm just standing here.
Probably a weirdo that wants to see them in there. Are they coming down here? Do I need to stay down here?
Yes, they're on the way, yes.
Do I need to speak to them?
No, you can come and talk right here.
Because I'm on a road trip trying to get home.
We're on a road trip too, and I couldn't get it out.
I'm standing in the doorway of the ladies' bathroom.
Right, Samantha. She couldn't wait 2 minutes. She couldn't wait 2 minutes. The entitlement. But that was the original video that went viral. And this is the video I saw that he made yesterday.
All right. First of all, I want to thank everybody for the support that y'all have been sending my way to my girls. We really do appreciate it. I never expected this to reach millions of people, so it's kind of surreal. A lot of you have been asking what happened after the video, so I am going to be going into that. I do apologize for the wait. Did have a long drive from Florida to Oklahoma, so we got home around 12 o'clock last night, and I was beat. And of course, girls needed to be fed. I had to spend some time with them, get settled in. I only get them for 45 days in the summer, so I try to spend as much time with them as I can. So after we left the restroom, obviously he was on the phone with the police. They ended up showing up very quickly. About 3 officers showed up. They got there within 5 minutes tops, and very professional, very nice. Quickly de-escalated the situation. One of the officers was talking to me and the man, and explained that the situation wasn't as black and white as many people may think. And they pointed out that taking 2 little girls into the men's restroom could be viewed just as negatively as me being in the women's restroom with my girls. So they try to make sense of it, try to understand both perspectives. But ultimately there was really nothing that they could do. They did let me know that I was okay, that I didn't do anything wrong. They were very reassuring. I also want to give a huge shout out to Melissa, the Quick Trip store manager there, that stepped in and helped. We really do appreciate your support and the care that you showed us. My girls, me being in that situation with them, really needed that, and it's always good to have somebody in your corner willing to show some support. When everything was happening, Melissa stepped in immediately. She checked on my girls, helped calm the situation down, and made sure that we were okay. As a dad, seeing someone show that kind of kindness to my daughters in a stressful moment meant a lot. So, huge shout out to Melissa. So after speaking with everyone involved, the officers talked to Melissa and ultimately asked the man to leave the store. What happened next is what I'll remember the most. The police officers came and talked to my girls and made sure that they felt safe and reassured them that there was no danger, that they were there to protect them, and really going to put a good image police officers for my girls growing up, to know that they are there to protect them and to serve. The Quick Trip employees gave my girls free ices, which was very kind of them. And then we grabbed some snacks and we got back on the road to Oklahoma. But this video really brought to my attention something bigger than just this incident. Over the last few days, I've received thousands of messages from moms, dads, grandparents, and caregivers who have been in similar situations. And this isn't really about one argument in a gas station. It's about the fact that girl dads and boy moms are often put in a situation where there isn't a perfect answer. Most parents aren't trying to make anyone uncomfortable. We're simply trying to take care of our children and keep them safe. As a dad with 2 little girls, I made the decision that I felt was best in the moment. I also want to be clear about something. I don't support anyone harassing, threatening, or contacting anyone involved. I'm simply sharing what happened to my family, and I hope the man that did this will come across this video and just realize what he did was wrong and not do it to anyone else. And hopefully it'll bring attention to anyone else that may feel the need to berate a dad or a mom just trying to be there for their kids. But yeah, I'd love to hear from all the parents out there. What would you have done in this situation? What bathroom are you taking your kids to? What's the normal standard that we can expect from parents, to protect their kids? And once again, thank you, Melissa, the Quick Trip staff, and the officers who turned a stressful situation into a positive ending for my girls. The support you've shown my family means more than you'll ever know. So we are going to enjoy our summer here in Oklahoma. And for all the people that are wanting to send the girls something, I will be getting a P.O. box set up for that. So if anyone wants to send them something, it's not necessary, but I did have a few people reach out. So I'll get that set up and post that in my bio. Thank you all.
Okay. I don't think he's got any more. No, that was the last video that he shared. So let's get to it. How do we feel? I know everybody said we're enraged watching it all over again. So yes, the woman, I'm guessing, who was sitting on the wheelchair apparatus had to use the bathroom, and she was very upset that he was in there. And she felt that she obviously felt she took precedence over those little girls using the bathroom, is what I'm gathering, right? Because they had security. They had a daddy with them. So she was not feeling letting the little girls go first. And while she's disabled and all, those were little people. I don't mean to be crass, but disabled or not, she's a grown woman, and I think she can hold herself a lot longer than a little person. Too bad you wait your turn and you learn. Right. You learned that in pre-K. And he was a good dad, wasn't he? He was right in making the decision that he felt was right in the moment. Absolutely. I don't think taking little girls into men's restrooms, and it's a gas station. No way in hell should he be bringing those precious baby girls into the men's. Exactly. Right? In the moment, they had to use the bathroom. Clearly, from the second video he posted, he was picking them up for his 45 days with them in the summer. It's also just a matter of treating people, no matter the age, the way you want to be treated. Hannah, say it again. But he was picking them up for the 45 days in the summer. and getting them back home. And obviously they had to stop and use a public bathroom, which is not even, like, nobody is fond of that. And he made the decision, which I think any good father would, to go into the women's bathroom with them, as opposed to bringing in them into the man's bathroom. Like a gas station probably on the side of the interstate, and that man been allowed them to go in alone. That part, Samantha. Or that he should have gone into the men's bathroom with them. He also treated that man with the utmost respect, even though he and his daughters were being mistreated. Absolutely. I think the part that bothers me the most is how it affected the little girls. The fact that, you know, they felt the conflict and their daddy, you know, in trouble or whatever, and they started crying. Should it just be common practice that fathers are allowed to use the women's restroom when accompanying their little minor daughters? Because I look at myself in that position. Even if he would have came in there with them and I was in the stall using the bathroom and came out and he's in there washing hands with his little girls, I think I would have been welcoming, right? Oh, we've got a dad in the house, you know, and would have applauded him and, you know, saluted him for being a good dad, not sending them in by themselves. Right? It's amazing how he saw them getting upset and kept his composure and reassured them it was okay. He's an amazing father. I've literally encountered it before, and I think it was a mall. My hubby ran into having to take our daughter to the bathroom when he had her. Nobody even bats an eye normally. You hear me? But we have, like, arguments of inclusion for our trans community, but girl dads aren't an exception to the rule. When family restrooms aren't available, what other options are there for fathers with young daughters? Right, he stated there was no family restroom, so it was his safest choice. Who even was that man? Just a random man, not even related to the elderly woman? I don't know if he's related to the elderly woman. I feel like I have no idea. I have no idea. But why is a stranger getting so worked up over more strangers, Samantha Pancakes? And that, my dear, is the question of all time. Right? We talked about that here yesterday as well. Why do strangers get so hell-bent out of shape over other strangers? The world may never know. He said it was his mother and his wife. Okay, well, more than likely it sounds like he had been on a road trip with those two imbeciles and got out of the vehicle for just a hot second and had been pushed to his breaking point by the people who were in the car with him. I think this also gives, you know, a bird's eye view that more family restrooms are needed, right? I bring my son in the women's room and receive backlash that I won't send my 5-year-old in the men's room alone. Listen, my children are going to go into the bathroom with whatever adult they're with, right? My son's with me. When he was younger, he was going in the bathroom with me. And Treasure has definitely gone into the bathroom with her dad, right? Or he's gone into the bathroom with her, I should say. She's never gone into a men's restroom. We won't let our children in the restroom alone in public, period. Absolutely not, Queen, you know, because bad things happen everywhere. Thank you, Nicole. Welcome in. Bad things happen everywhere. And you can't trust your children to be alone in spaces where they could have something happen to them, especially in public bathrooms. And once something happens, it's real hard to undo something that's already been done. Right. Look at him and say, I don't care. If his dad was with him, he'd take him to the men's bed. Absolutely. Thank you, Katarina. Welcome in, gorgeous. Do you think there should be policies based on the age of the child? Should there be a cutoff? Hey, cute confetti. What would be the age of acceptance? Obviously, the little girls in the video fit the age category, right? But what would be the cutoff where it would then be inappropriate for a girl dad to go into the bathroom with his daughter? My son's 11, and within the last year and a half, I started letting him go on his own, but I will stand outside the door. I know that's right. No, because all kids' mentality is different, I feel. Absolutely, right? We have all kinds of different diagnoses. We have nonverbal children. Outside the door, and don't take too long because I'll open the door and say, yell a little. I know that's right, Nicole. Absolutely. I believe a parent's primary responsibility is the safety of their child, not the convenience of the restroom to an elderly woman. I'm going to keep my child safe before anybody else. So, you know, should we also be kind and considerate to our elderly people? Absolutely. But I think in this circumstance, the elderly person was being difficult. I'll say difficult. That's probably the nice term to use. I wanted to say crotchety. Fucking crotchety-ass behavior. I think we all agree that young children should not be left alone in public restrooms. Those who oppose it may argue that women and girls expect privacy in women's restrooms. But in this instance and any other instance with a girl dad that's taking that much care and concern with his daughters, he wouldn't pose a threat to me. Even though, I mean, I could be in there with my daughter and we come out the stall and this man's in here, she's going to look crazy, but we're going to see that he's helping these little girls wash their hands. And now we have a girl dad in here, you know? We help him get up out of here quick, fast, and in a hurry, right? Oh, shoot. Bathroom break on your duty. Uh-oh. Let's hurry up and get y'all up out of here before the masses start massing, right? Like, that's probably how I would handle it. You know, they say clear policies help avoid confusion or discomfort. But honestly, if a policy stood that said, you know, no women allowed, even with your sons, I'm still walking through the door, right? Or no boys allowed, even with your mother. We don't read today. No habla. It's not like it was just him in the women's room alone when two women came in. No, he was in there with his daughters. They were just so thrown back by it, right? When public spaces don't provide family-friendly options, what's the most reasonable solution for parents caring for young children of the opposite sex? That's what I'm saying, Queen. What's the alternative? Let your kid wet themselves, right? That part. I mean, the old woman was concerned about wetting herself above those children, which yeah. If somebody's going to have to suffer through wetting themselves, I would definitely take it for the team before I let some little girls be the culprit, right? I think fathers are overlooked a lot. Fathers are parents too. And a father caring for his daughter is doing exactly what society asks parents, being present, involved, and protective to do. Right? This is what we want. We want fathers protecting their daughters. The way that he was publicly shunned by this elderly gentleman, what the hell? Right, a man with two kids, two daughters at that. Now, it would have been different if he would have been in the ladies' restroom with two boys, right? Unless the men's restroom was full and them little boys had to go really bad, and then he was apologetic, like, I'm so sorry they had to go, the men's was filled. And I would still give him a pass with 2 sons, like, oh yeah, I know what that's like. They had to go, they had to go. But he was in there with 2 little girls. Young girls should not be expected to navigate public restrooms alone simply because a family restroom isn't available. Right? Then they wonder why a lot of dads don't take their kids. This is what you get for doing right. Exactly, Queen. All that hell and confusion. Police called on him for taking his babies to the bathroom. What do you think the safest option for a young child when there's no family accommodations? Do we feel that this father did what the safest option would be? Yeah, calling the police was totally unnecessary, astronaut art. And I really wish that in a lot of these circumstances that, like, people could be charged for misuse of police time. He should have gotten a ticket. The police, apparently, according to the father, he did a follow-up video after the incident. He said that the police told him he did nothing wrong, and that they took the time to talk to his daughters and let his daughters know they were there to protect them, you know, so that the little girls didn't feel some type of way about the police. Yes, I'm glad the police assured him and the girls too, because that could have gone really sideways. I think that modern families need modern spaces. Not every family looks the same. You have single fathers, widowed fathers, divorced fathers with custody or visitation. You have grandfathers raising grandchildren, foster fathers. And public spaces should reflect these realities, right? We're not just living in a day and age of mothers are the end-all be-all of the world. Fathers are very much involved, as they should be. And those dynamics look a million different ways when fathers are in the world parenting their children. And I think the whole step out the way and let them parent their children is a polite way to say it, right? That man wasn't doing anything wrong. He was making the best, safest, cleanest decision for his babies on a road trip to have to use the bathroom at a public gas station, right? And he even said on his way out, like, you're probably one of those who want them to be in the other bathroom. And I would venture to say he's correct. The old man probably would have quick, well, I'll take him over. Yeah, okay, I bet you would take him over there. You can tell that man was a dad that never did anything with his children and put it all on his wife. Absolutely. And you can also tell based on the behavior, because she's sitting there letting it go down. She's not, you know, sometimes when you see those situations, the woman in the chair would have been like, Henry, it's okay, Henry. And he'd have been, no, you deserve. No, she had put the cables on him. Her and the daughter had put the cables on him because the bathroom wasn't available to her. And damn it to hell, you know, he's in there and I can't go in there because there's a man in there. Hey, Amwell. Family restrooms should definitely be more standard. Rather than putting parents in difficult situations, family restrooms would solve the problem. And changing tables in family restrooms. And they should also be available in men's restrooms. You know? That's also a big thing with men and the babies, right? If there's not a changing table in the men's bathroom, where's he supposed to go? I would have been like, good job, Dad. Now I've got to go to the PP Palace and went about my day. I'm trying to say. Public spaces should be designed with all caregivers in mind, right? Fathers deserve grace. Many dads are just simply trying to keep their daughters safe and meet their children's needs and be active, loving parents. And why are nurturing fathers, welcome in, Liza, why are nurturing fathers sometimes viewed differently than nurturing mothers? We saw how he was treated. Here's just a man who's out with his daughters trying to use the bathroom, right? Why was he treated that way? If it had been a mother with her daughters blocking the bathroom with a stroller and all these things, would that old lady have still been just as pissed because she couldn't get in the bathroom? Or was it simply that he was a man that did it? I wonder. Oh, Mr. Liza would love this topic. I bet he would. And I bet Mr. Liza stands on business when it comes to bathrooms and public spaces and his babies. I think fatherhood has changed a lot over this last generation. And I think that, you know, things have to be put into place for that. My kid's dad taking him to the bathroom. And well, exactly. Hannah trying to do his best, spend what small amount of time he has with the babies for summer. Amen. Katerina, what if you have a gay male couple who adopt a female child? Where are they supposed to go? Amen. Like we just said, the dynamics are, in the modern society that we live in, the dynamics of how this can come together are so, you know, almost unlimited. See how they judge him for being a father who changes his daughter's diapers? I'm trying to say. I think she was just miserable and would have acted that way with a woman, but no cops called. Possibly, Queen. We 50-50. He got to take them what they supposed to pee themselves. I'm trying to say. Fatherhood these days, you know, there's a lot more two-income parent households where parents are working different shifts to accommodate the children's needs, and mom isn't always around. You have a lot of divorced families, and you know, you have fathers getting visitation with their children, or even single fathers raising those children by themselves. The dynamics of fatherhood have definitely changed, and I think that society needs to catch up. When fathers are facing these kind of barriers in parenting spaces, right? That's a problem. There's so much scrutiny seeing a father in a public alone with a child and no mom in sight. That part. Yep, I'm the working parent. My husband's the school parent. They still call me. Hey, Amwell.
Yeah, hey y'all.
How
I
you
wanted to
doing?
say I'm good, girl. I done ran my 2 miles already. Don't worry.
Hey, I'll
I'm
get
hungry.
it.
But I wanted to speak more on the 50-50. That's one reason I respected Des a lot, because she didn't take the kids away, and I'm not like an advocate of it. I mean, I'm personally divorced. He was always in their life, so why wouldn't he get 50-50? He's perfectly capable of it.
Right,
And me not giving him 50-50, that's just me giving him a break. You know, you still a parent, we just didn't work out, right?
right, exactly.
But like you said, like he takes them to the zoo, he takes them out all the time, and they go in the bathroom. If it's not a family bathroom, they go in the bathroom. You know what I mean? So I never wanted him to feel like, oh well, we're not together and they're gonna miss these times because I'm scared to take them to the bathroom. No, get your
That part.
kids, take them
Or that
out.
somehow you're wrong, or, you know, gonna look like a PDF for taking your
Mhm.
daughters to a public bathroom as a man. Right?
Mhm.
And it should never be. I think for the majority of women and mothers, I think that our acceptance for that, because we know what it's like, right? We know what it's
Mhm.
like trying to take a little boy into the bathroom, and we get it. So we would definitely welcome him right on in, and you got it. Like, we would be more willing to help instead of calling the police, you
Right.
know?
I would have helped. But you know, them some Karens. They just
Man,
I probably would have cussed them out. I don't know. What would you
absolutely.
do?
I
I
would have
have to
told
say.
him, I would have closed that bathroom door. I would have probably ended up, going nose to nose with that old man. And I would have told that daddy, handle your business with your babies and get them up out of here. I got you. Don't even worry about it. And
Mm-hmm.
he would have been calling the police. I might have got a disorderly conduct or something, but it would have been worth it. Because sometimes you got to be the sacrificial lamb. You got to make it happen, Captain. And I definitely would have took a disorderly conduct cussing out the old man on that father's behalf. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that image, it reminded me so much of my kid's father and his two little girls. Like, what he's wait on me? No,
Right.
that's more pressure for us to, be in a situation we don't like. Like, no, you can have your kids and have at it the way you want, and society shouldn't do nothing but clap that on because already it ain't enough black fathers in little girls' lives. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
That part. And shunning positive fatherhood is like it's an oxymoron to what what society says they want. Society says they want fathers involved, but then when fathers are involved, we're shunning what positive fatherhood looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Because no little girl should be in a public bathroom by herself. And if that daddy had to go in there with his babies in order to make sure they weren't in a public bathroom, then he was doing his job.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Fathers shouldn't have to choose between following social expectations and making sure their daughters are safe and cared for.
Mm-hmm.
Their daughter's safety should trump a societal expectation every time.
And this pulls me into, I'm going to keep talking. This pulls me into when women want to, or even in their situation, when they're like, well, he shouldn't be with him. You know what I mean? Why not? Like, it pulls me into the whole situation of where women always take the primary custody. I don't think that should be normal. I'm a fan of 50-50 because just because we didn't work out, just because me and you into it, does not mean my kids do not deserve a person who loves them. You know what I mean?
I
So,
really believe that a lot of those custodial interference situations like that, they stem from one partner or the other not being done. Because if we're done for real and there's no, feelings there, whatever, then the main focus should be what's for the children. And a lot of times I feel, right, that those situations where there's all that buck and all that ignorance, it's because there's unresolved feelings, emotions, there's stuff going on. That's where you look at the girl and be like, you still love your baby daddy, girl. Like, stop playing. You're doing all this tossing with the kids for what? If things are done with you and this man and you want what's best for your child, then having both parents equally in their life is what's best for them. Not making a baby choose between who they love more, their mama or their daddy, or creating that division and separation. That is all psychological warfare for these young babies. It's like the children have to break up with the dad because the mama did type shit. That's crazy. Crazy work.
and just like dad's face, like when in my little community, they be like, oh, you don't have your kids or you lost your kids. How did I lose my kids by me and my ex having 50-50? That's not a loss. That's how it's supposed to go. You know what I mean? So, I don't know.
Yeah, because I mean, if you guys hadn't have separated and you would have been working together as a partnership under the same roof, then it would have been a 50-50 parents. That's how it works. When you're working as a partnership, it's supposed to be everybody's working towards the common goal. And if we're not under the same roof no more, then 50-50 is going to look different. But a lot of mothers, I feel, they consider their children as property, not as individual people. And that's their child and they get to make the rules. And, the ones who are pompous with it are usually the ones who got the most unresolved shit. And I think that's why Desiree, there's nothing unresolved there. Her and Andrew have been long done. There's nothing there in that, she wants what's best for her child.
Well, my baby daddy still love me real bad, so I don't know. But I know I did what's best for my kids. So.
Listen, and loving you real bad, that's so let me just to put it out there. Monty's dad and I, even with him on the other side of eternity, I still love that man real bad and he still loves me real bad. Not in love, but I would still go the extra mile for him because he's Monty's dad. And he would still go the extra mile for me because I'm Monty's mama. And I think that's huge. And, no, we are not going to be together. We're not meant to be together. We've been separated for over 20 years now, right? But he's still, I mean, it's Monty's dad. And I
Yeah.
think a lot of times when people break up and he's such a piece of shit and this, that, and that, well, he was all them things when he was laying down making that baby with him too. Or they're gonna
Right.
be like, oh, well, he's in the streets and he sells rugs. Well, what was he doing when you was moaning on his, you know what I'm saying? When you was sitting on his lap, he was doing all that stuff.
Yeah, I never would take my kids away from their dad. I would never. I mean, I think, like I said, he moved down the street from me. Like it just was just not together, but we definitely can parent these kids together, and that's just what it
Right.
was.
And effectively, and close proximity is amazing. Me and Monty's dad made that agreement to stay in his school district and stay close. Nobody was gonna move too far away. Like we did this, and we're gonna own up to it and do it right? Because when parents start moving, just like that man was traveling, he gets 45 days out of the summer. That's not a lot of time with your babies over the summer, right?
Yep.
That he's getting less than 50-50 time, it sounds like. They probably got some stuff to resolve now that he lives out of state or whatever the hell, but 45 days is not a lot of time, especially for that type of a father. Like, I feel he deserves a whole lot more days. He's good at it. He's a good dad. I think in this space, I mean, there may be people that disagree, but I feel we're pretty much unanimous that a parent's first responsibility is their child's safety. If a young daughter is too young to go alone, no family restroom is available, fathers are often placed in the difficult situation. I think creating more family-friendly spaces rather than making parents choose between, what is on the door and their child's safety, right?
And you can tell he didn't have any other intent other than letting them two girls watch. You know what I mean? You bothering him. Girl, get
Seems to
out. Ain't
be,
nobody studying you. Girl.
I don't mean to be ignorant, or I just find it interesting that society has a lot more consideration and bending of the rules for the LGBT community when it comes to bathrooms than it does for parents taking care of their children when it comes to bathrooms. The level of, respect for the family unit in this day and age is deplorable. The bar is set in hell. And Will baby came in and distracted the hell out of her. We lost her, y'all. Why are fathers sometimes viewed with suspicion when caring for their children? And Will says she's still here, but she agrees. Amen. Because, I think we need to start protecting our family units a lot better than we're protecting, sexual preferences or how they choose to dress. Societal stereotypes have historically portrayed women as primary caregivers. While attitudes are changing, some fathers still report being questioned or judged for performing normal parenting duties that are rarely questioned when mothers do the same. Positive fatherhood is being present, emotionally available, protective, supportive, and actually involved in a child's life. It's not defined by perfection, but by consistency, love, and commitment. Girl dads are a huge importance. They help shape their daughter's confidence, self-esteem, sense of safety, and healthy relationships. A loving father can model respect, kindness, and emotional security that influences a daughter's life for years. How he treats her and her mother will definitely form what she believes in the future as far as how a man should treat her, right? When she's looking for a partner. Should public spaces have more family restrooms? I personally believe they should. I think family restrooms would help reduce the confusion, improve privacy, and support parents of all backgrounds. I think they would help to, support the modern family that we see in our everyday lives. Stereotypes with fathers need to change. The idea that fathers are less nurturing, less capable, or less involved than mothers is outdated. Today's fathers are often deeply engaged in caregiving, emotional support, education, and day-to-day parenting. And they should get their kudos. Fathers deserve their flowers, the good ones. Parenting is judged too harshly in public. Parents feel pressure to meet unrealistic expectations. Social media and public scrutiny can make parents feel criticized regardless of the choices they make. Compassion and understanding often create better outcomes than judgment. Hey, Pink Tea. Just like he stated, he was very thankful for the gas station attendant that supported him and his daughters in that moment. Nowadays, dads are more nurturing. Say it again, Queen. Daughters learn a lot of lessons from their fathers. They learn self-worth, healthy boundaries, confidence, emotional security, how they deserve to be treated in relationships. Communities can support fathers by creating more family spaces, encouraging father involvement in schools, offer parenting resources, challenge outdated stereotypes, recognize that fathers are as equal partners in caregiving. And I think, like, as a society, as you know, who we are in this society, I think that the 1-year-old kid by cops during alleged retail theft by learners, parents, heard about the 1-year-old kid. Wait, was it the baby was pew-pewed? Is this what happened, Pink Tea? There's a part missing. Oh my God. A retail theft by the parents in Mississippi? Hold on, y'all. Y'all always bring something to the... Jesus, Lord have mercy. Good grief. No, I hadn't heard about that one. MonTeesMama has been out this morning. Tupelo. Oh, Lord have mercy. My family is from Pontotoc. Cohen Wiley was fatally pew-pewed by police in a Walmart parking lot in Senatobia, Mississippi on June 14th. Stop it right now. The report said they were possibly taking Pampers, Samantha Pancakes. Okay, here we go. Mississippi 1-year-old unalived when police shoot at pew-pew at car during alleged shoplifting call. At the car? I'm sorry, y'all. The at the car part just, what in the hell? A Mississippi family is demanding answers after a 1-year-old was unalive when police responding to a shoplifting call at Walmart fired at their vehicle. The pew-pewing occurred Sunday afternoon in the store's parking lot in Senatobia, about 40 miles south of Memphis. Cohen Wiley 1 was in a vehicle with his mother and family friend when he was fatally unalive, said civil rights attorney Ben Crump. The friend was critically injured. Cohen Wiley was a baby. His mother, who has not been charged with any crime, says she was trying to communicate to officers that there was a baby in the car. They fired anyway, leading to the death of an innocent 1-year-old. We intend to seek justice for baby Cohen and the life that was stolen from him. Oh my goodness. The Mississippi Bureau of Investigation, which is investigating the pew-pewing, said in a statement, when Senatobia police officers arrived, they encountered 2 subjects and a juvenile child fleeing from the store into a vehicle. The state agency said the police tried to stop the vehicle, but the driver drove in the direction of the officers, almost striking one. An officer then discharged their weapon, firing at the vehicle, according to the MBI. The driver then drove to a nearby hospital where the child was pronounced deceased. No law enforcement officers were seriously injured, the state agency said. Senatobia police did not immediately respond to requests for comment. The police department said Sunday on Facebook that it was committed to full transparency. As the investigation progresses and facts are verified, we will share as much information as possible. The Tate County Sheriff's Office was also on scene for the pew-pewing. The office said a news release that deputies had been responding to an unrelated incident when their assistance was requested. Please keep the family of the deceased in your thoughts and prayers. Mark Halbridge is a community advocate who is helping the family, said Tuesday on Facebook that the boy's mother did not steal from Walmart and was not a witness to or accomplice to any crime. She was skipping and playing with her child, Cohen, to the car moments earlier, not fleeing a theft, he said. What started as an ordinary day playing with your baby and getting into a car turned into the worst day of a mother's life and a tragedy this community will carry for years to come. He called the police department to release body cameras and store surveillance video. The child's grandfather told the Associated Press that Cohen was a happy baby who had his life cut short. Someone ended it all before it could even start. Oh, I'm sick to my stomach. The child's family did not immediately respond to the NBC News request for comment Tuesday. Mississippi Department of Public Safety Commissioner Sean Tyndall said at a news conference that body camera video and other possible evidence won't be released until after the state investigation is complete and presented to the Attorney General's office for possible criminal charges. He didn't provide a timeline for the process and declined to discuss details of the pew-pewing. He pleaded with people to remain patient so the 5 agents investigating the pew-pewing can interview potential witnesses without fear of intimidation. In a statement Tuesday, the city of Centopia said it was committed to cooperating fully with the MBI's independent investigation. We understand that emotions are high and that many questions remain. We respectfully ask our community to avoid speculation and the spread of unverified information while the investigation is underway. It acknowledged the child's death as a heartbreaking tragedy and extended condolences to the family. The city also asked for thoughts and prayers for law enforcement officers, first responders, and anyone else affected by the situation. We ask our community to continue responding with compassion, respect, and grace as we support all those affected during this difficult time. Walmart said it's working with law enforcement. We're saddened by what took place at our Centopia, Mississippi store. Oh my goodness. It says, community demands action. A police statement appears to acknowledge that officers were aware of Cohen Cartier Wiley before the weapon was discharged. Wow. The Mississippi Department of Public Safety released a statement on June 14th alleging that the pew-pewing happened in response to one of 2 subjects driving in the direction of officers. A clip of a cell phone video obtained by Fox 13 Memphis shows a car driving away from officers, but it does not appear to show the pew-pewing itself. A photo of the car shows multiple bullet holes in the windshield, including one in the passenger side front windshield. Oh my goodness. Rosemary. Oh, you didn't mean it? Notably, the DPS statement appears to acknowledge that police witnessed the presence of Cohen prior to the individuals entering their vehicle and before the officer discharged the weapon. The officer has not been identified. Law enforcement officers responded to a shoplifting call. Upon arrival, they encountered 2 subjects and a juvenile fleeing from the store into a vehicle. They attempted to stop the vehicle, but the driver drove in the direction of the officers, almost striking one. And then he discharged the weapon and vehicle fled the scene. They arrived at a local hospital where one juvenile child in the vehicle was pronounced deceased and another subject had critical injuries. Members of Cohen's family have denied that any shoplifting took place. Whoa. A pew-pewing witness saw 2 women exit the store, one carrying a single box of diapers and one carrying the infant child. Cohen's mother was riding in the passenger seat holding the child when the officer shot him, and that the aunt who was driving was in critical condition. Another witness told the news station that she saw the car driving away with police officers chasing after it on foot just before hearing the shots. At present, no arrests have been made. Wow. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. Yes, Pink Tea. The girl dad was not being weird, and more family bathrooms should definitely exist. And it's very saddening when our police force is basically just a vigilante system that is not protecting and serving. You know, police officers used to take an oath to serve and protect, and their families prayed hard for them every day because the likelihood that they wouldn't make it home was higher than any other profession. It was hard to get police officers to be police officers because the risk of death. They were only celebrating the Knicks. What, the dog? That was horrific too. Police officers are supposed to take an oath to protect and serve, and drawing their weapon is supposed to be their last line. They have a whole duty belt with multiple ways to subdue a victim before they have to fire a weapon. My big brother has been doing police work his entire life, and, you know, escalated and elevated very high in his career. And yes, they fired on shoplifters and unalived a 1-year-old. But apparently they were allegedly shoplifters and nobody was shoplifting. The only thing that they carried out of the store was a small box of diapers. And at this point, even if that's what they were shoplifting in this economy, why are we gunning them down? I think just another one of the many systems that continues to fail us. Having an agency that can be here to protect and serve the community when things get understandable, but an agency that's not taking humanity into consideration when yeah. But unfortunately, as people, we haven't quite learned how to police ourselves yet and how to make the right decisions, right? She bought them. She had her receipt. That's what I'm saying, Samantha Pancakes. From what I'm seeing, they weren't stolen. Oh my goodness. So apparently there was a protest.
People in Senatobia are demanding answers after police shot and killed a child while responding to a shoplifting at Walmart. This is cell phone video from a witness outside the store on Highway 51. The Mississippi Bureau of Investigation is now taking a closer look at what happened.
Oh my goodness. She was not driving towards them. They chased her and pew-pewed her. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Actually, Mandy Lynn, unfortunately, defunding the police would bring in federal police. So there's that. I'm not really sure that's the solution. Our government is, you've got to go back to government we learned, There's an executive, a legislative, and judicial branch. So if you defund anything on a state level, it's going to move up the federal ranks, just like they got the federales in, Mexico. I'm not sure. I feel like they're terrified like we are, because just like us, they don't know what's going to happen, so they act on impulse. I mean, but police officers are not supposed to be acting off impulse. If that's your heart, then you're not meant to wear the badge. Police officers, like, they take an oath and they're willing to die protecting, their community, not to unalive somebody else. There were a lot more officer unalivings when I was growing up than there are now. There are a lot less officers being harmed in the line of duty or dying in the line of duty than ever before, right? Like, I had a girlfriend of mine growing up that her dad, he was off duty at the time, but it was in the neighborhood they lived in. He was on his way home from work, and it was like a robbery, and he got caught in the crossfire, right? No, Mandy Land, unfortunately, based on the government and how it's set up, there's always going to have to be the three branches of government. And yeah, the executive branch would, if the police were defunded on a state level or county, city, whatever, the federal government would step in. It wouldn't just eliminate police from being part of the equation, I don't believe. You said the president's sending us to hell with him. I mean, y'all, did y'all see the picture where he met up with the aliens or whatever? I'm still trying to figure out if that shit was like AI'd or what is going on. Seattle police has been defunded, but I think like 30%, no federal police are here. Seattle's bad. Yeah. Vampires. I'm not opposed to Republicans. It's just Trump. I know that's right, Pink Tea. I mean, regardless, Democrat or Republican, both wings are part of the same bird. That shit's real there, Nordics. Samantha Pancakes, I'm trying to say. I also read an article the other day. Y'all are probably, whatever. I get all kinds of shit coming up across my FYP. But there was some article that the Rothschilds had an agreement with somebody controlling the weather in the skies or whatever. But apparently they lost their control over the skies. So now they no longer can control the weather. And now I'm over here like, well, what happens now that they can't control the weather? Like, what are we doing now? Land of the free my ass. Say it again, Pink Tea. It's going to be like the movie Geostorm. I believe we're half Nordic, half animal apes. I mean, Samantha Pancakes, the crazy part is, the biology I took 30 years ago said that we evolved from apes, but the biology I took just recently with these degrees said we evolved from fish. And then the government sat on the Senate floor and said aliens live in the water. Right? Oh, they put it in our faces, Queen. Absolutely. Because they, regardless of all the other bullshit, they have to follow universal law. And universal law says that they have to show us. So they definitely show us. And I don't believe in coincidence. So now that we see that the author of The Simpsons is in the fucking E-files, The Simpsons didn't predict shit. They wrote about what was planned, right? You can't have that many predictions. Stop playing. They show us pieces. I had seen this spiritual black woman on here. This was months and months and months ago. I'll try to find the video, but I probably have to scroll back to eternity. But anyway, she was on here and she was talking about just how much they have stopped us and held us back. And she said that the slaves who had, hey, Arlita, she said the slaves, you notice how they have these industrial sized chains on their ankles? She said that wasn't to keep us from going out. It was to keep us from going up because we used to be able to wield air. They're under the water. I'm sorry, I was scrolling back up reading y'all's comments. Aliens probably monitoring us like a science experiment. Man, if they are, they ain't coming down here because this is like the meth lab. We're the crystal Methodists of the universe because there's no way. The type of shit we're living in, just like today's topic with this girl dad using the bathroom. There's no reason why humanity would have allowed that to happen. Even you see other people in the gas station. Why no other mother stepped in and told that man to shut the fuck up? Back up off this man and his daughters. If you want beef, you can get it with me, bro. Like, why didn't anybody intervene? That old man wouldn't have been able to hold that bathroom door open and chastise that father in front of his daughters like that. He shouldn't have been able to. Somebody should have stopped it. And if that means laying him out right there on aisle 2, clean up in aisle 2, so be it. Because he was being awfully aggressive to a father and 2 daughters in the bathroom. And if it was a mother and 2 daughters he was being aggressive with, laying him out on aisle 4 wouldn't have been a problem. Some of us still have power. For example, I have had prophetic dreams and it happened the next day. Just being a Karen, he was caring for kids, right? Matrix, fate is real. I'm trying to say, Samantha Pancakes. I saw that video yesterday. I still take Kai in the bathroom with me, as you should. Watch the new War of the Worlds with Ice Cube. That's how it's going to play out. Oh, no, Queen. I don't want to. There might not have been any mothers there. It was a gas station after all. Facts, but humanity, though, it shouldn't have been mothers. Were there no fathers? Were there no people who planned on having children who have an opinion about young children in public bathrooms? I know that's right, Samantha Pancakes. Until there's family bathrooms everywhere, I will take my kids with me until I feel they are safe. Absolutely, Mandy Lynn. My son has been big enough to use the bathroom on his own, but now I have a baby son. And now, I mean, I know a lot of times, taking Monty or Treasure or any of the kids in the bathroom, we definitely use the handicap accessible one. Hey, Des. Because you can fit a lot of kids in the handicap. We can all take turns. And we're all fixing to stand in this little stall together and handle our business as a family type shit. Family toilet time. Clip that. MonTeesMama and they had family toilet time. How gross. Who does that? That's so pedalific. They have all gender public restrooms where I live. I know that's right, Astronaut. We all go together. I don't even take up more than one stall, one at a time. Mind our business. I know that's right, Pink Tea. I know their gentlemen wait outside one while I took my boys in. I thought that was respectful. Amen. Better than a single motel bathroom with 6 people. I mean, it's the resilient toilet. Real parents do know, absolutely. Yeah, and she's in there 90% of the time tweaking. Got her tweaking and rumbling. Y'all, and if y'all are, I mean, there is a National Geographic Tweakers 2.0 or something on this app. And, yeah. Y'all should follow them instead of the resilient Thompsons. Yes, National Geographic Tweakers. It's like a really good channel. I definitely follow them on here. Absolutely. I'm a culprit. I'm the problem. Okay. I got distracted. We need to get back on topic. Let's see. We already said public spaces should have more family restrooms. Parenting being harshly judged in public. The lessons daughters learn from their daddies. How we can support fathers. We already talked about that. Whether mother or father, the most important things are that the child is loved, protected, and cared for, because children thrive when they have adults who show up at and advocate for them and put their needs first. A good parent isn't defined by gender. A good parent is defined by love, sacrifice, protection, and being present when your child needs you most. Fathers should have the same parenting authority that mothers do, right? They should be able to make the same decisions that are based on the child's best interests, and it shouldn't be based on outdated gender roles. Fathers absolutely can be emotionally nurturing and provide comfort, guidance, affection, and emotional security in unique and valuable ways. My oldest is so loved and cared for. He's asking for more siblings. I know that's right. Why is emotionally available father important? Children who have emotionally available fathers often develop stronger self-esteem, better emotional regulation, and healthier relationships. Many fathers are unfairly stereotyped. They're judged more harshly in public spaces and are often assumed to be less competent caregivers. Social norms are changing, and many fathers want deeper emotional connections with their children. Fathers should definitely be celebrated more. Good fathers, anyways. Positive fatherhood deserves recognition because involved fathers make lasting contributions to families and communities. And not so many fathers are always involved these days, so we should definitely celebrate positive fatherhood. Single fathers are often overlooked. They may face some of the same struggles as single mothers, but may receive less public support. It happens time and time again. Challenges that are unique to girl dads, navigating conversations about self-esteem, puberty, safety, and helping daughters build confidence in a complicated world. Fathers teach their daughters boundaries by modeling respect, listening to their daughters, and teaching them that their voice and feelings matter. My brother's a single dad, and he's been having a hard time. I bet, Pink Tea. Fathers can be protective without being controlling. Healthy protection encourages independence while still providing safety and support. The government's not willing to help him as fast as the BM. That doesn't surprise me. Research often shows that involved fathers are associated with better academic outcomes and increased confidence. Fathers should be more visible in schools. Father participation in education benefits children and helps normalize shared parenting responsibilities. The biggest misconception about fathers is they're less nurturing or less emotionally connected than mothers. Some fathers have instincts that kick in better than some mothers' instincts, right? Consistency builds trust, stability, and emotional security for children, so consistency is super important in fatherhood. Fathers should openly discuss emotions with their daughters and teach emotional intelligence and healthy communication. Fathers can help their daughters develop self-worth. A father's words and actions often influence how daughters view themselves and their relationships. Positive male role modeling is important because children learn by observation. Respectful and loving fathers help shape healthy expectations. The greatest gift a father can give his daughter is unconditional love, support, and belief in who she is. Family-friendly policies are important because they help parents care for children safely and recognize the diversity of modern families. Again, family bathrooms would probably help eliminate a lot of this, right? Public spaces need to adapt to the changing family roles. As society evolves, public accommodation should evolve with it. Trust forms the foundation for open communication and lifelong connection between fathers and daughters. Fathers empower their daughters by encouraging independence, celebrating strengths, and teaching resilience. More fathers are embracing hands-on parenting and emotional engagement than in previous generations. Strong fathers contribute to strong families, and strong families benefit communities. And that's why society should support fathers. Healthy masculinity is strength combined with compassion, accountability, empathy, and emotional openness. Fathers, patience, empathy, vulnerability, and a deeper understanding of unconditional love. Fathers should hope to leave a legacy of love, integrity, support, and cherished moments. A great dad is defined not by perfection, money, or status. A great dad is someone who shows up, loves deeply, protects fiercely, and never stops believing in his child. And fathers can be both strong and gentle. And that's what I have for today. Our fathers definitely need more support, encouragement, less stereotypical judgment, resources. The world needs to catch up to what the modern family is looking like, all of the different dynamics. And a public bathroom is the simplest way to show the respect of the world in which we live in, right? If you own a store or a restaurant or any type of public place and space, then having a family bathroom available to your patrons eliminates this type of confusion. While humanity should eliminate this type of confusion, clearly the earth isn't cooking on the front burner with humanity right now. I think like when they started giving out Audacity for free, I think humanity took a dive. And I feel like I saw a man use the changing table with me in it. I ain't say nothing. I know that's right. I think the whole video of what we saw in the bathroom is very similar to what happens on this young here internet. You got the old, miserable bitch sitting outside the bathroom, wanting access to the bathroom, feeling she's better than everybody else in the bathroom and should get her turn first. And she's going to make a bunch of noise and talk about it and call law enforcement and do all these other things to get her voice heard because she matters, right? It gives very much similar to what we've watched happen on the internet. And it doesn't matter how anybody else feels about the bathroom, because in the moment, she didn't feel he belonged in there. And she was going to exhaust all of her options down to calling the ASPCA. She was going to make sure that she got that bathroom because she is older, right? Yeah. I'm glad that I'm in a room full of women who would have helped and who would have defended or done something to assist this man with his little girls in the bathroom. I think that's huge. I think, in order to change the trajectory of the world in which we are living in, we have to start speaking up and making changes and doing something about it. We'll see these types of videos, but a week from now, we'll forget what part of Mississippi this took place in, and no one but the local people will be trying to advocate for family bathrooms in that area, where a tragedy like that shouldn't have to happen in order for us to know we need better, right? Just like the Walmart situation with this young little man who got unalived by the police officers. Let's say his mother was stealing. Let's just say, let's go with their narrative. Matter of fact, it wasn't even just a box of diapers. She had a 70-inch TV from Walmart. What do those go for these days? $300-400. So they just took that baby's life for $300 or $400. Right? That makes the police worse than Violet. Rumor has it, in her case, it was $14,000. That's a lot more than a 70-inch TV. The judicial system is designed for, due process. And when those Mississippi police officers decide to, up their pistol out of their holster and take that due process into their own hands, right? Now it doesn't even matter what they did. They lock the restrooms in a lot of stores where I live. You have to get the code from an employee. I know that's right. Police officers taking the entire law into their own hands to have a civil trial in the streets with a pistol, right? Because now whoever's been shot or, in critical condition or whatever's going on, right? Now the how we got here is doesn't even fucking matter. If it was as simple as some diapers in this economy, to know that 2 police officers chased and gunned down a lady who was stealing a small box of diapers for her baby in 2026, diabolical. Mandy Lynn, I don't care if they took everything from the store, that part. I mean, it's almost like, when people get into car accidents and the car is totaled, but are you okay? The car can be replaced. Things can be replaced. Any items in that store, it's Walmart. It's a multi-billion-dollar corporation. They have loss prevention and insurance and all of the things. So they're going to get their money back. Absolutely, astronaut. Even if she would have taken every cash register out of that store, Walmart would have got their money back. And now a 1-year-old baby is no longer here. Unfortunate. So unfortunate. We are living in some really trying times, and people are just doing the entire most. Trust and believe they already get it back not paying their share of taxes. Say it again, Mandy Lynn. Mr. Walton knew what he was doing. And why is it COVID's over, but now we don't have 24-hour stores anymore? No more 24-hour demonstrations. It's different. So yes, y'all, I have made my time. We have had an amazing conversation. I'm glad that everybody has seen that video and took away from it the same that I took, right? Please be the women that help these fathers who are by themselves with little ladies, because, you know, as women, we also are a model to what these girls are going to become. And yeah, they can say we be talking filthy over here and, you know, being nasty or whatever. We're adults. A dirty joke is a dirty joke. A dirty soul, though, is irreprehensible, right? Like, there's nothing you can do for a dirty soul. And the people who are operating with dirty souls, the woman sitting out there having a big deal about this man using the bathroom with his daughters, that's a dirty spirited person. How do you determine that? I mean, you came to the bathroom second, so you need to wait in line anyways, right? It's not your turn. People are entitled. People want what they want, and they don't care at the hands of whoever. And that old lady and her daughter didn't have a problem making those little girls cry and making their daddy uncomfortable or anything else, because that old lady needed to pee, and her pee was more prominent than anybody else's pee. I mean, is this what we're doing in the 2026? We need to do better. We need to do so much better. I pray for the world that we're living in. All of us are mothers and we were raising our babies. And one day, you know, we're not going to be here with our babies. And what is this world going to look like? That shit scares me. Empathy is non-existent. Compassion is fucking null and void. Common sense ain't so common. And humanity is about extinct. When you have humans but no humanity, you got a fucking problem. That's what's supposed to make us different. The humanity. And if we don't have any, what are we, cavemen and women? That's what we're going back to, those types of days. I don't know. Food for thought. If you're hungry, grab a plate. Disconnection from each other just causes more separation and adversities. Liza, say it again. Which is why I feel like the social distancing and the lockdowns and all of that definitely have to play a significant part in how people now move, what they find fucking normal. The fact that friendships and real bonds don't exist because they've been so socially deteriorated, they don't even know how to act accordingly. You'll tell somebody to read the room and they're like, walls don't have letters. Type shit. That's how dehumanization starts. I mean, and then also the type of shit we're seeing, right? The dehumanization in this circle jerk of bullshit where people were considered characters, you know, the very dehumanizing. And when one human can sit tall and sit high and look low on another human, when we all bleed the same blood, got the same 24 hours a day, right? How does that work? I don't know, y'all. I didn't like the video. I wanted to come through my screen That old man needed a booger picked and he needed to eat it. Oh, Arlita, or try to do readings. Listen, don't even get me fucking started. Spiritual grape is a real fucking thing. And it is extremely fucking weird and very much intrusive and violating to be reading tarot cards of anybody who has not given you permission. And unfortunately, we have all been, not we have all as in y'all, but Arlita and I and Desiree and whatever other characters that they thought it'd be fun to read the tarot cards for. Yeah, that's a thing. FYI, you need to take a good cleansing bath with the salts and shit and go walk in some grass. Regardless, protect your energy. Spiritual community frowns upon it. Absolutely. It lacks integrity, but the person doing it lacks fucking integrity. Yeah, it's a thing, Mandy Lynn. I didn't know it was a thing either. Most people who operate with ethical standards in the spiritual community, they always ask permission. Permission is huge. I mean, to be honest, crimes of the spirit should be fucking chargeable. Penetrating my aura is a lot more intrusive than penetrating my coochie meow meow for me in my grown age. Mandy Lynn, that's the other thing. The integrity of it is right. Without the person's permission or energy or contextual anything to go with the cards you're flipping, especially doing it out of hate and vileness, abso-fucking-lutely. That's why everything's not for everybody. And all decks of cards shouldn't be in everybody's hands because people move in real unethical ways and practices. I return all that shit to sender times 10. But in the spiritual world, in realm, it's threefold. So good luck with that. I can tell you one thing's for sure, two's for certain. MonTeesMama ain't never picked up a deck of no type of cards and read shit on any of these bitches because it's not appropriate or ethical, right? They're talking about, oh, you Googled Nicole Hardy. Bitch, you did a whole goddamn spiritual tarot reading on motherfuckers without their permission. Yeah, Liza, I looked into what the vulture meant as far as what I'm going through and, you know, where I'm at with my grieving and my journey. The card could have been on point, but not in the way of her interpretation, because she's trying to call me a fucking vulture for, what did she say? Trauma vulture. That's what she wants to label me as, a trauma vulture. No, I'm sensitive to death. And when I was led to the fucking shit to see that Violet's harassing the family 8 years later, and the family doesn't even want to speak on it because she already unalived their fucking sibling, their son, their person, and now they're fucking living in fear because of that fucking vile bitch. Vile Violet. Yeah, she misinterpreted based on her own hate. But if you're pulling tarot cards on people based on hate, you're not even operating in the right fucking element anyways. I'm over it. And the motherfucker posted it and talked about it because she wanted the traction. She wanted some fucking attention. Talking about we ain't getting cracked. Bitch, you're fucking... Do you run tarot cards on your fucking husband or your fucking kid or just fucking random strangers off the internet? Oh, bullying and harassment. Here we go again. Absolutely. And it's hilarious because she's just putting the cables on all the people she knows are unethical. Talking about, oh my God, she put you in your place. No, not hardly. That coined word chuckle fuck, she definitely described herself to a fucking T. Playing games with somebody in the spiritual realm whose son is over there, talking shit about my son every chance they get. Hateful hoes, that's what they are. Ain't nothing healing about them. They're hateful, they're miserable. And yeah, spiritual grape is a real thing, and she is definitely fucking guilty of it. And not just for me, but for anybody in the resilient circle jerk who she read tarot on. Don't even worry about it. You got me, Liza? Somebody put her in a fucking jar. I don't know how to do it. Since she wants to play with black magic and shit. I'm not a black magic worker, but if there's anybody who would like to take it on, yes, the fear is what they feed on. They are demons. But the fact of the matter is, she posts this shit talking about she did it back in February. Well, listen here, you chuckle fuck. Whatever spiritual fucking power you thought you had since February, so much amazing shit has happened for MonTeesMama in my life. So clearly it wasn't working. Your black magic, blue magic, purple magic, whatever type of magic you think you got, it's fucking dull. Just like a butter knife. Butter biscuit magic. I'm not worried about it, Samantha Pancakes. I have already rebuked Satan and his spawns. Get behind thee. And I'm not worried about it. My spiritual journey and where I'm at with myself, ain't no stranger danger weirdo fucking chuckle fuck ever gonna have me in a way where I'm living in fear. Keep in mind, everybody else was spooked when they had my address and wanted me deceased. I was over here like, please show up. I've been waiting for somebody. You're late. I've been waiting to take this out on somebody since November 7th. Please show up at my door with the intent to do harm to me. It would be the best thing to happen in 2026. Absolutely, we've been protected in ways that they could never fucking understand. Child workers, child's play at this point. I mean, karmic debt's a bitch, and everything you put out comes back to you. And when you spiritually great people and do all this extra shit because you think you're hot shit and your little 20K followers is just, ooh, all of the cursed folks, come here. Shut the fuck up. Absolutely, Samantha Pancakes. I believe that. Monty has protected me, our leader, Desiree, Deshawn. I can assure you, that spirit of that child is huge, and he has shown himself in so many ways. Building a relationship with his spirit beyond his body has been one of the most amazing experiences of my life. I hate that I have to go through it, but loving him and having that closeness to his spirit and knowing when he moves, and other people around the world have felt Monty's spirit and what he's capable of doing. As a mother, that's like watching him run touchdowns in the flesh. Monty's still running that ball. Baby makes me forever proud, and I will forever be proud to be his mama. The type of stuff that has dropped in our lap, the information that just slides across my desk without me even looking for it. Monty's got a sense of humor like nobody's business. That's for facts. But yes, single fathers, unaccompanied fathers, unaccompanied uncles, grandfathers, foster parents, caregivers, any unaccompanied man who's out with some little girls that needs to use the bathroom should be able to do that. Just saying, don't worry about witches or claims of spiritual warfare. Yes, definitely, Liza. We rebuke all of it. If my brother tell me he took my niece in a men's bathroom, I'm gonna be mad. I'm saying, What's wrong with you? Why would you do that? And in a man's bathroom, like, they have urinals. The idea that if you take a little girl in there, the likelihood she's going to see a whole, you know, somebody's junk, right? It's high. Take a little girl in a room where there's urinals and men whipping their stuff out to use the bathroom. She's going to see some shit she ain't got no business seeing. Protect your children at all costs. Protect your children regardless what society thinks, regardless what whoever thinks. Follow your intuition. Go with your discernment. You know, God gave us these children. You are perfect for your babies. God didn't make mistakes when he assigned us to be their mothers. And it is the one job you got, that's it. Yeah, one job. I mean, yeah, people got to go to work and you got to clock in and you got to make a paycheck. But the one job you really have is them babies. Absolutely, Mandy Lynn. I don't need your permission to protect my kids. Say it again. Say it again. I think a lot of things get excused and swept under the rug that shouldn't. And things like this, men are attacked in ways they shouldn't be. Fathers are definitely being pushed down and minimized and having their masculinity compromised, right? We're living in some trying times. Good men and positive fathers deserve all the kudos. They deserve all the support and all the respect. And I'm not saying all men are fit in that category either. Damned if they do, damned if they don't. And don't let them be tan or brown. Amen, Pink Tea. I was thinking that. I definitely thought that. If you think that thought didn't cross my mind, what that would have looked like if it was a black man with his two black daughters. Where were they at again? Where'd they stop? And how that could have possibly ended, right? Because they called the police. Had the police shown up with a black man and his two black daughters, would it have been the same outcome? Food for thought. And I hate using the race card, but would she bat an eye if he were a white man? That part. So yes, it has been wonderful. The storms are definitely brewing. I think I'm going to get off here, hunker down, make sure I got all my stuff together in case we lose power. Pink T said, I love being black, but I'm sad for us. We got so much against us, man. Man, Pink T. And it's unfortunate because, like, knowing history and knowing what it is, I can't say the same. I love being me. I hate that in a lot of ways that I'm defined by the color of my skin and what, you know, my ancestors and what they perpetrated against so many people. Like, I have to be held responsible for that, right? Amen, Pink T. We just want to live like everyone else. I mean, and staying alive, being able to stay alive while being black. It shouldn't have to be such a struggle. When you've got 1-year-old babies being gunned down by the police force, you know. I wasn't ready for that one this morning. That one kind of took me, you know, took the wind out of my sails a little bit. My son is one. That one hit home, didn't it, Pinksy? That one hit too close to home. Mandyland, I hate that anyone would be uncomfortable in my presence, but I get it, man. I mean, getting it is part of the battle, I think. But unfortunately, there's still so many racist white folks that will then shun you. I mean, you see what's happening with me. My black scent, the way I talk, I'm so ghetto, this, that, and the third. I'm, exploiting Arlita and Desiree. They think I'm the white savior. Well, first and foremost, a white savior is a person with privilege, which I have none of, other than the color of my fucking skin. I don't know. When you start advocating and you start walking with the black and brown community and standing for what's right for them, then the racist white folks are going to shit on you too. You become just as much of a threat and a fucking problem. That's how it goes. And I don't care. I don't care what their problem with me is their problem and will forever be. Doctors even were surprised when they see my dad with my brother. Oh, your dad's with light-skinned kids. My dad, being brown, was asked if my bro was his son all the time. Oh no, Liza. Yeah, baby unalivings hurt me so badly. I'm already knowing astronaut art. It's fine. I'll continue to fight to be great while being black. This is life. Pinksy, and while I love you for all that is you, you shouldn't have to fight. You shouldn't have to fight to be great. You should just be able to be great. And being black shouldn't have anything to, I mean, it shouldn't hold you back from a motherfucking thing. It shouldn't be anything that would just immediately incite conflict. Like all of the things that being black in America looks like, it shouldn't be that way. And it's crazy because being black in other countries doesn't look that way, right? I guess America is not the greatest country in the world anymore. Oh, I don't know. Here, I'm going to play it for you guys. This is one of my favorites. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but if you haven't seen it, you're going to see it today. I saw this many, many years ago, and it stood with me ever since. Okay, let me get my shit together so I can show you guys. Okay.
Google still tracks you in incognito mode. Use DuckDuckGo, a real private browser.
With Vinted, Donna can easily earn extra cash. She just has to list and sell what she doesn't wear, all with 0 fees.
Okay.
Let's move on to the next question. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Jenny. I'm a sophomore, and this is for all 3 of you. Can you say in 1 sentence or less what? You know what I mean. Can you say why America is the greatest country in the world?
Diversity and opportunity.
Lewis?
Freedom and freedom. So let's keep it that way.
Will?
The New York Jets.
No. I'm going to hold you to an answer on that. What makes America the greatest country in the world?
Well, Lewis and Sharon said it. Diversity and opportunity and freedom and freedom.
Wait for it, y'all. See here?
I'm not letting you go back to the airport without answering the question.
Here he goes. Buckle up.
Well, our Constitution is a masterpiece. James Madison was a genius. The Declaration of Independence is, for me, the single greatest piece of American writing. You don't look satisfied.
One's a set of laws and the other's a declaration of war. I want a human moment from you.
Here we go.
What about the people? Why is
It's not
America
the greatest country in the world, Professor. That's my answer.
Here we go.
You're saying
Yes. Let's talk about Sharon, the NEA is a loser. Yeah, it accounts for a penny out of her paycheck, but he gets to hit you with it anytime he wants. It doesn't cost money. It costs votes. It costs airtime, column inches. You know why people don't like liberals? Because they lose. If liberals are so fucking smart, how come they lose so goddamn always? Hey, and with a straight face, you're gonna tell students that America is so star-spangled awesome that we're the only ones in the world who have freedom? Canada has freedom. Japan has freedom. The UK, France, Italy, Germany, Spain, Australia, Belgium has freedom. So 207 sovereign states in the world, like 180 of them have freedom. All right. And yeah, you, sorority girl, just in case you accidentally wander into a voting booth one day, there's some things you should know. And one of them is there is absolutely no evidence to support the statement that we're the greatest country in the world. We're 7th in literacy, 27th in math, 22nd in science, 49th in life expectancy, 178th in infant mortality, 3rd in median household income, number 4 in labor force, and number 4 in exports. We lead the world in only 3 categories: number of incarcerated citizens per capita, number of adults who believe angels are real, and defense spending, where we spend more than the next 26 countries combined, 25 of whom are allies. Now, none of this is the fault of a 20-year-old college student, but you nonetheless are, without a doubt, a member of the worst generation ever. So when you ask what makes us the greatest country in the world, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Yosemite? It sure used to be.
That part.
We stood up for what was right. We fought for moral reasons. We passed laws, struck down laws for moral reasons. We waged wars on poverty, not poor people.
I don't think it's AI. It came from a movie, I believe.
We put our money where our mouths were, and we never beat our chest. We built great big things, made ungodly technological advances, explored the universe, cured diseases, and we cultivated the world's greatest artists and the world's greatest economy. We reached for the stars, acted like men. We aspired to intelligence. We didn't belittle it. It didn't make us feel inferior. We didn't identify ourselves by who we voted for in the last election, and we didn't scare so easy. We were able to be all these things and do all these things because we were informed.
Right.
By great men, men who were revered. First step in solving any problem is recognizing there is one.
That part.
America is not the greatest country in the world anymore. Enough?
Yeah, that's not AI. I'm gonna find the movie. I saw that shit years before AI even was a thing. Hold on. The Newsroom. Hold on. Let me see. Let me get my background back. And then let me see if I can get... But yeah, AI is definitely going to be a problem. AI is already a problem. The most honest 3 minutes in television history, The Newsroom. I think that's the name of the movie, The Newsroom. Yeah. A volatile cable news anchor and his ideological staff set out to do the news well. It's called The Newsroom. A TV show. Okay. Yeah, it comes from The Newsroom. What freedom? Your car is going to determine if you are okay to drive it, not locked in Cops called. What freedom? That part. Isn't it crazy that Elon Musk alone could end world hunger? Pink tea, don't get me started. Like, we are the 1%er. Like, we are not the 1%ers. Those 1%ers could end all world hunger and solve all the fucking problems. But he would rather fucking depopulate the world than do that. His solution is to get rid of half of us and start again. And it's crazy that, like, it's not even a conspiracy at this point. Like, they've reset history so many times. The fact that, like, if you have an encyclopedia set from the 1950s and from the 70s, like, information has already been taken out. And it's crazy. It's just insane. If all the millionaires started an initiative, the world would be straight. That part. But money's not real anyways, so there's that part. Oh, capitalism is definitely, the root of the evil. Should we say that? She said, I have other views, but I'm a capitalist. Liza! No, we love you. You know what? You can have other views and I still love you. That's what makes the world turn. If we were all the same, it'd be pretty fucking boring around here. So there's that. Money only has value because people say it does. It's like art. No, honestly, Hannah, money holds no value. The way that it was supposed to work is that the money that's printed, you're supposed to be able to take to the Federal Reserve and cash in for its value in gold or silver. And I hate to break it to anybody who doesn't know by now, there is not enough gold or silver in the Federal Reserve to cash in the paper value of the dollar. They just print more when they want to. And we might as well be walking around with Monopoly money or the little money that you can buy at the store at this point. Gold has value. Why they don't want us to have it? So, right? I'm trying to say. Yep. Yeah, just the idea that there's one person who can save the planet and one living on the street is sick. Absolutely. And then there's the thought process that the one on the street could easily be the one that has all the money. They just have to apply themselves. But it's really not that simple. And of course, the one that has all the money says that economic status, isn't a big deal. That's not even important. And we all know better than that. Your status determines what type of education your children will get, what type of community you'll be able to raise them in, what resources will be available to you. All of that will be determined based on your socioeconomic status. To get a job, you need an interview, which means you need to access the clothes and shower. Absolutely. Being a single mom, doing it is a flex, that part. You all are some of the most amazing women, some of the best mothers, smarter than you think, stronger than you know, and you change this world just by being in it. And I guess the hope is that with the children that you're raising, and the kindness that being taught and the difference that we're instilling in our children's, hearts and thoughts and where they're going, that hopefully, we can do something to change this world. It's energy, it's vibration. They say that for all the people who are vibrating at a higher level, that they cancel out, like, for each person who vibrates in consciousness, you cancel out 750,000 low vibrational beings. You understand? It doesn't take that many people operating in their consciousness to flip this shit upside down. That's the reality. But too many people are operating in self. Me, 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 me. Right? We watched that happen as we all fought for Deshaun. Well, I got doxxed and I got my feelings hurt and it's about me and it's about me and it's about this and it's about that, when it should have always just remained about the kids. It was always supposed to be about the kids. Only certain people were able to operate in higher consciousness and keep it about the kids. So there's that. Oh, I also heard there's like a website you can go to, because they're going to start fucking with the ethanol and the gas, where you can go to a website and find the gas stations near you who have the safest gas. Safegas.org. I'm going to have to go back and find it for y'all. I reposted it. I saw it on here, to be honest with you, but I did look it up and it's a real thing. It costs too much money to go outside. I mean, I be doing it, but not too often. Besides that, like, if you're living a decent life, like, I be put up in the house, and not in a bad way. There's no computer chair that I sit in, like, anywhere, except at the computer desk in the office that I rarely go to. But I be tucked up. Put the fuck out the way. I have everything I need here. I've got air conditioning. I'm out of the elements, just like it's storming today. I'm not wet. I got food in the refrigerator. I got stuff in my deep freeze. My pantry is stocked. I got all my little cleaning supplies. I have everything I need right here. I have all my hygiene needs. I have everything. I've got video games and arcades and board games and all of the things, right? And go out for what? I pay to be here. No shade to Jeremiah's wife. If I ever need a ride and don't have my car, I Uber or rent a car. Pink tea. And no shade to anybody at all, but 9 times out of 10, if I'm without a vehicle for whatever reason, I phone a friend. Let's phone a friend first. Let's not pay for an Uber. Let's phone a friend. Got a brand new 2026 Denali Ultimate. He filled up and it was shaking. OMGZ. Take it right back to the dealership, the queen. Gardening supplies, that part too, right? I'm not fixing to lie. Hell yeah. And I think they talk so much shit about me smoking. I realized I did the math on it. I've just been living my life since my son's been off this earth. I definitely was a smoker before he left. Might smoke a few more cigarettes. Definitely chimney it out with my gardening. But I'm not smoking rack, right? I picked out my son's casket, and I'm not drinking alcohol every night or popping pills or doing any of the things that any of these other recovering or whatever addicts on this app have talked about. Like, I don't have any of them things. I might blow a little too much tree fur. But I at least get discounts through that. I garden too. Man, listen, I think 90% of America gardens. Hi, Cat. Cat J at 77. Love you too. Hey, gorgeous. I love you more. Happy summer vacation. I'm gardening when I want to and my bills paid. Kids, cool. I'm trying to say, my bills are definitely paid. You know, my life is definitely decent. It could be better, right? Like, all of our lives could be better, but I'm not complaining. I wish I could. I'm high strung, but I get too paranoid. You need the different, you don't need the, which one? You need the sativa, maybe. I don't know. Don't let me be a bad influence. Samantha Pancake said, I'm gardening right now. My poor struggle meals are still my favorite. A throw together is a throw together, baby. Those be the best. Indica. Yep, you need the indica. They'll get you right in the chat. I'm glad You know what? If there was ever a thought, if I had found my people, you heard me? Y'all are the real MVPs all day. Sativa over here, Samantha. Indica for bedtime only. Rice and beans only kept me full and well. I'm trying to say. Man, listen, you too, baby. You gonna make your day as amazing as you are. And tell my bestie I love her down real bad too, please. And thank you. Sativa makes my mind race and gives me anxiety. I can do a hybrid sometimes, though. I love you down real bad, beautiful girl. Hubby begged me to smoke one and instantly regretted it. I was glued to the chair and I couldn't move. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Yeah, Queen, you might just have a tolerance that does not cooperate. I used to remember the difference because indica puts you into coucha. Yep. See, so maybe I was right. She needs a sativa. See, y'all? I was headed the right direction. CBD, gummies, or just a shot of moonshine, girl. Like, whatever is your fix. I don't know. I feel like everybody's got one. And if it's not alcohol or cigarettes or gardening, some people have more serious, they take it to higher levels. They do them high-tech rugs with high-tech thugs, right? A shot and a gummy. Queen said, I'm glued to my vape. Just Smile said, indica is a body high, sativa is more mind. Samantha said, my mind's already racing 24/7 sober, so the sativa helps me to compartmentalize my thoughts. Absolutely. Hannah said, when I've got a cold, a nice hot toddy always helps knock me out and get rid of the cold. Amen. A hot toddy will always do it. Yes, yes, yes. Sativa gives me cool downloads, that part. However, they say fasting is essential for your spiritual growth, and in order to fast, you have to not garden either. You have to not do any things. All the things you have to let go. So while fasting with the food is easy, I can let go of the food, the Dr. Pepper. I can fast off of all those things. Girl, we're talking indica sativa now. Shit, we done moved around. America is not the greatest place in the world. Indica and sativa are, though. Meditating and manifesting is good. Indica and sativa are too, though. I fast too, but not my greenery. They say on a spiritual level, just smile for me, that fasting, including, that's where you're going to get the most bang for your buck. Nils Harlita said, I love a good indica. Since I stopped gardening, I smell it everywhere, Hannah said. That's because your body misses it. Just smile for me, so yeah, I get it. I get it too, but I can't get there. That's all. Maybe one day I'll be able to do like a real complete fast. I guess that's what you would call it. Because basically, we fast for an entire month for Ramadan. We have to fast from everything. Absolutely, Queen. I have friends that fast for Ramadan. Fasting really helps you find more connection to other realms. Not gonna lie, it's intense, right? Because you're removing all of your human desires, basically, once you are no longer looking for the human things, you have no other choice but to turn in. When you're not, feeding the body physically, right? You're not indulging in any of the things that help to calm you or whatever. You are having to deal with it. Right, vaping and coffee, right? You have to let your caffeine go. I will say my dreams get intense for sure. Absolutely, they're going to, Arlita. Physiologically, it gives your body less energy used towards bodily food processes. Said Liza, absolutely. Hannah, I've been thinking about fasting, but doing it in small steps first. I mean, yeah, you should probably work your way up too, right? The stomach is a brain of sorts. Absolutely. Gut health controls so much. I don't mind a good fasting either. I just haven't been able to do a non-gardening one yet. I'm going to get there. I'm going to grow up eventually. Eventually. It might not be today. It might not be tomorrow. But it will be. Oh, okay. The weather outside is frightful, and my couch is so delightful. I have done it twice, LOL. Okay, go get it, Arlita. I'm proud of you. I'm going to have to catch up. See, when I grow up, I'm going to be just like you. Once because I was sick. So one was kind of forced. That's fair. Fasted without gardening. Cue the confetti. Let all of the, fasting does a lot of healing too. Absolutely. Because it encourages your body to heal itself. It goes into like repair mode. I tried during Lent. But with doctor's guidance, please. Absolutely. Warning. Nothing being discussed in these lives is a call to action. If you decide that you hear anything here that sounds good for you, please consult all of your proper professionals, your husband, your children, your wife, whoever you need to. Don't ever look anybody in the face and say, MonTeesMama told you to do it, because no, the fuck I did not. They won't clip that part. No, the fuck I did not. I'm not going to be responsible for somebody else doing something now, damn it. No medical or legal advice here. Absolutely not. Shit, I don't have any advice, period. I got opinions. Might make a little sense from time to time. I be knowing a few things about a lot of things, but shit. You know what one of my biggest pet peeves is? Listen, y'all. My friends be calling me for advice, right? And like you'll hear out their whole little damn demonstration, and then you'll offer like, okay, well, it sounds like this or that, or you'll offer some shit, right? And then your friend will call you back like a week later, and they only took like half your advice and shit. Well, I listened to what you said, and they be telling you, and they only listen to like a part of it, and then all of a sudden there's this remix twist that you didn't say none of that shit, and now they're looking at you for like help to fix what the fuck they just did, because they didn't really take your advice. They only took like the first sentence or two, and then they did a remix. Y'all be having that problem? Because I be getting so irritated. Like, motherfucker, you didn't take my advice. You took a remix of my advice. You took the first two sentences I said. I don't know where them last three came from, and I'm not sure what to tell you to do now. If you would have followed what the hell I told you to do, I definitely had a plan B for that. Like, I knew what to tell you, like, next with that. But this road you took, where you took that left at Albuquerque, that was not even on my map. Yeah, with my daughter, cue the confetti. Please, no, Lord. I hope Treasure just continues to walk by faith. And, yeah, I'm not ready. Are people who only come to you right on the moment the crisis is happening? Right. Like, bring you some bullshit that's been going on for 6 months, and like, why didn't you call me 6 months ago? Like, we probably could have alleviated a lot of this shit. Like, now you're so far deep in, like, the work to dig you back out is about to be hell type shit. Oh, absolutely, Liza. That's another one. Like, bro, you could have called me back when you lost your job. Why? Now you're getting evicted? Like, you already went to court? What? I love that Anthony loved Jesus and God. Amen, Arlita. Like, could you have told me when you were first sensing issues? Liza, that part. Like, the gonorrhea is completely out of control now, girl. It's like on your fucking toenails. You're done. You're done for. You got gonorrhea everywhere. The shit has spread like a wildfire. Oh, yeah. If you would have got to me right away, we could have probably got you some antibiotics and cleared it up. But no, now you're stinky. Lord have mercy. I mean, that was just an example. I was just saying. I've heard. So, yes. Good conversation. I am so glad that we all agree that this man was doing all of the right things for his babies. I'm glad he came back with like an update and let us know what the police did and how all of that happened. Younger guy. I feel for him, right? And then a younger dad like that traveling across the country to go pick his girls up, you know, to bring them home with him for the summer for 45 days, right? Obviously in a position to afford the gas and make the trip and, right? So he probably works. Probably has family watching them while he works for these 45 days he has them. Maybe he took a couple weeks vacation so he can spend time with them. But I'm sure he's still got to work and keep his life together wherever he's at, right? I love these stories of positive father figures. Absolutely, Liza. Me too. Unfortunately, due to the way people are raised, there's not a lot of great positive father figures, right? A lot of men didn't have a father to raise them, to show them any better. And some of those men took that and became the greatest fathers ever because they loved their children the way they always desired to be loved. And that's amazing. And then some of those men, you know, just grasped nothing and they are repeating generational curses and bringing what they felt and putting it on their kids. That's Mr. Liza. He didn't have a dad, so he's doing everything he can to be the best one ever. He's a good man, Savannah. He's one of the good ones. Yeah. And we need to be appreciating our good men, right? I think they're not a dime a dozen. They're actually few and far between. Men who operate in their masculinity. Men who are true protectors and providers, right? Men who support their women and, you know, stand beside them and their accomplishments and they don't get jealous or envious or, you know, men who allow you to be not in competition, but be the partnership that works together. Yes, praise them when opportunity comes. That's what Father's Day is for. Absolutely. Oh, that's another pet peeve. I absolutely fucking hate it when Father's Day comes around and then you'll see on your FYP on the FB all of these people wishing women a happy Father's Day. It disgusts the entire fuck out of me. It's a pet peeve, FYI. I be making posts like it's Father's Day, not deadbeat baby daddy day. We don't want to hear your fucking story. You mismanage your coochie. Don't overshadow these good men's day by running your mouth about how bad your life is. Like, okay, your baby daddy sucks. There's a lot of other good dads. And if your baby daddy sucks, was your dad sucks too? You can't use your FB page to honor your own dad or your uncle, or there's not one good man in your entire fucking life. Hubby says every day is Mother's Day and Father's Day. There's that part. It should be. I agree, Queen. Honoring, you know, your partner for the mother and father they are is something that should definitely be happening more often than just one day a year. But everybody loves, I mean, being smothered down with gifts and loved down real hard, right? The question always comes, what do you want? What do you want for Mother's Day? And your ass is probably over there getting all type of Dolce and Gabbanas and Burberrys, and I can only imagine what your husband does for you. Your push present was probably a fucking car. Liza said, hell, my dad wasn't very emotionally available, but he provided. He gets his day too. Absolutely. Hey, Des, you're back. Working over 8 hours every day, it counts. Absolutely. There's a lot of men that don't even know how to go to work, keep a job, right? They don't know how to protect or provide. Oh, here she go. Hey, Pookie.
It's hand sanitizer. What?
Oh,
Hi, guys.
hi.
Hi. I'm
What's
still
going
at
on over yonder? What are y'all doing?
being sick. T-Mobile.
Oh, okay.
I was just playing some Angry Birds
Okay,
on the
did you win?
T-Mobile phone. Stop, Josiah, stop. Okay, well, this was a bad time to get on. No, sit down. Sorry about that. I was heading
Josiah's
out.
got other plans.
Yes, girl, other plans. Well, I was heading out the door, and then she texted me. It's like, oh, on my way dropping him off. And I'm just like, oh my God. I just wanted to do this by myself.
Huh. He is so busy. I love that for him.
He's all over the place. I'm already ready to be over today.
No, it's not even new. It's barely 1 o'clock there, girl. But you going to bed at 5 tonight? We're going to bed at 5 p.m.?
I think so. I think that's the plan. I think that's the plan. No, just
Everybody
kidding.
gets a noodle for supper and it's over with.
It's over. Crashed out. No, I'm just playing. No one's getting noodles. I don't know what we're.
Oh my God, I forgot we can't do nothing in this house. I forgot.
Can't do nothing in this house. We can't say the word noodles. Oh my God.
My boy's been at it since 5 a.m. Ann has a game tonight. Oh, you can go to Ann's game tonight. Is it close or is it far away? You can fall asleep on the bleachers.
Man,
Let
I'm
the
trying
boys
to
run
tell
ragged.
you.
Park
Park
Road.
Road. Oh, I know where that's at. Josiah. Deshaun spent the night at his friend's house, guys. He had a
I love
sleepover.
that for him. I so love that for him.
He's still there, so I have the one kid with me, and Lord, tell me true.
I just love that for him. I love that he's getting to see what normalcy looks like in your house, and even more so by going to other people's houses that have normalcy.
Well, it's good because like they all go to the same school, so
Right.
that's good. Yeah, she's busy this week. She is off limits because she got ball games this weekend. Oh, I don't know what we're having for dinner, to be honest, guys. I haven't even thought about. Yeah, I can do that.
Hey, Nala. You're having Burger King? That sounds good.
Shit. Hey, Nala. It ain't nothing wrong with something because it's. I don't know. I didn't take anything out. I don't know. Maybe pizza.
Nothing wrong with that.
Hey, you got the pancake?
Jen
Oh.
Katerina said she's having Gatorade again. She got the damn food poisoning.
I'm so sorry. That feeling is not cool.
You're trying to figure out how to make oysters. I've never made them.
Guys get free pizza? No, we do not get free pizza. I wish I get free one for lunch, but not to take home. Well, I mean, we get a discount, but oh my god. I didn't sleep good last night. I don't know. It's too much heat.
Oh
My
no.
body's getting old. I'm just breaking down and getting old, y'all.
Hey, Miss Lady, welcome in.
Hey, Miss Lady.
You're doing a seafood boil for dinner, and my honey wanted to try oysters in it.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. Seafood boil does sound good, but like, I got some big backs in my house.
have you
I need that.
mentioned to him about the old style deep dish with the extra seasonings? Samantha Pancake says it's very important.
I know I probably will, confetti. I don't know. I just always got something to do in the mornings. And I've
She's
been in
making no
T-Mobile for an
time.
hour, so there's that.
Uh-uh.
But anyways, I just came to say hi to everyone. I always stop in to say hi.
Hi to you too. I'm only gonna stay another 4 minutes. I was gonna get off a while ago, and we got to talking about all types of other things per usual. I'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna leave," and then I don't be leaving.
Especially when I
Hey, we
jump
can start
on.
a fight club. A fight club? Wait, Nolly, you might be onto something. Give me the details. What type of fight club? What does this entail? What are we doing?
Hey, Arlena.
Like TikTok celebrity wars or something? Hear her out. I'm there. First rule of Fight Club, you don't talk about Fight Club. I mean, we've got to talk about it to get it started. And then after that, we can figure it out. I don't know. I need the beats. I feel like
What
she
kind
might be
of
on something.
are we doing Fight Club with our numbs, our knees,
No, I
our
think it should be
limbs?
like in person. Well, you send somebody a text, they send you a picture and a location, and you fight them. You get
Points.
points. Just points? Hmm.
Well, how would that work when we all live in different sides of the world?
So I think our fight club should consist of we'll get a venue and we'll get a boxing ring, and then everybody like you can get it in. Like you call out whoever and we'll sell tickets. It'll be a pay-per-view event. It'll be the TikTok WWF of the world and shit.
No, the queen said Fight Club of our dirty lady mouse. That I can see us getting a lot of likes on that.
You get a line live streaming off of Scope. LOL. Better get thousands of something. Q confetti. Oh wow, you're onto something. I'm just saying. There's lots of people. Like there's all kinds of things. They do redneck fight club near me where you call someone out and get together at an event and duke it out. So that's what I'm talking about. TikTok fight club. I think it should be a thing. It totally should be a thing.
That'd be fun.
I think so. Roasting club. Listen, I've talked about us roasting in here, and everybody said we couldn't do it. I was like, we could have a roast, like how they say we be having 8-hour lives talking shit about people. We could really do it now. Fuck them. You'd have to pull people off other people's labias first, Katarina. Well, most of them are dangling around here, so we just gotta flick them off like crabs.
Good. I forgot my volume was up loud and I'm in T-Mobile.
I'm needing more explanation, lol, but I'm not opposing. I mean, it was kind of like, I don't know.
How about we just talk about cottage cheese? the topic. There's all kinds of ways we can talk about cottage cheese and duke it out. Potato
Cottage
killers.
cheese fights? Katufa fights? This is Desiree. I'm over here like cottage cheese. What do you know? This isn't like Jello fights, but cottage cheese. Like, no, you're talking about straight Katufa.
That one.
Yeah. I was trying to do the data transfer, but I might be able to just get it from the cloud because it won't let me actually data transfer.
Lord have mercy. All right, y'all. I'm gonna let her handle her business. You gotta get off the
Okay.
phone.
Yes, but no, we should have a cottage cheese match and we should be okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Let me know how that goes.
Well, we'll get big tubs of cottage cheese and then we could throw it at each other.
I think we're gonna need like extra like permits for a pay-per-view. This just sounding like adult only.
There was a backup 7 hours ago, so he'll get pretty much mostly everything.
Okay. Like Jello wrestling, see? We can have little like chocolate syrup wrestling.
808-600-8125.
Anyways, I'm saying I will be down to have cheesecake, cottage cheese fights, and throw it at people.
Oh, throw it at people? Nah. Anybody digging in their hoo-ha, throwing that shit around needs to go to hell.
Why not? It'd just be chunks and gulps.
There's a way. First of all, digging cottage cheese out your katufa is already hellbound activities. Fucking nasty. No, she did not mean actual cottage cheese. She meant katufa cheese.
No, I meant actual cottage cheese from the store. What are you talking about?
Yeah, right. You're a fucking liar.
I was talking about real cottage cheese.
Yeah. You know, Desiree, you've always been a truth teller. Now here you go.
Why would I want someone to dig in their katufa to give me cottage cheese, you nasty?
Ew. Ew.
That's not you getting what?
Freaky in the T-Mobile.
Wait. T-Mobile. Yes, set up. Yes, I'm getting freaky in a T-Mobile. I'm ready to go home. Oh, Arlene, I'm so sorry. Let me come take over the rest of your... I know, I'm just out here just talking shit at this man's store. So bad. Horrible, guys. Horrible. But, okay, but cottage cheese and then we add chocolate syrup to it. How about that? Invite vendors. Yeah, let me ask Jacob if you... Okay. I forgot Arlita's in his line. Let me stop talking about cottage cheese.
Oh my gosh.
I gotta be good.
Just be good at it. It'll be all right.
Oh my. I know. I forgot my princess Arlita was in here, so I have to be very good because she's gonna be like, Desiree can't do nothing in this house. She's only good for Arlita.
Yep. She don't even rinse it off for the rest of y'all. She only washes it. Go ahead. Since she
You,
wanted to say I was giving it to God. Yep. She only losses it to her leader.
that's how it started. You're like, cause I give it. Yes, MonTeesMama was giving it to God.
I'm over here trying to just give it to God, and Desiree ran with it. You're giving it to God? I was like, oh, blasphemy. Stop it right fucking now. That's not the type of giving it to God I was given.
Do you had? Did he have his Jesus slides on?
Oh, my Lord, have mercy. Nah. Fresh pair of Nikes on.
Oh my
With the
god, I
ice
can't.
on. Yep. With the ice on. With a fresh pair of Nikes on. That's how the song went. Absolutely clipped. And
Clip.
chopped and screwed.
Not the
Chopped and
slides.
screwed.
Earlier said not the slides. The Jesus slides. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. I'm just okay.
Put on your serious face. What the fucking fuck?
Listen,
My mom's TikTok famous.
Jenny Josiah did say that. He said, my mom is TikTok famous. Remember when that lady was like, I know you from TikTok in Fred Myers? Remember you said that? Chop the screw just for Ronald McDonald. Nah, you a good one. I'm that one
Ronald
friend that you
McDonald,
can't.
dude, it is. That's what it's like here. It's like the old school Ronald McDonald because you had Ronald and Grimace and the Fry Guys. Those are the flying monkeys.
Look, I'm that one friend that you can't take to nobody else's house.
The hamburger.
Desiree, I can hear MonTeesMama. Desiree, not in this house.
Man, listen, you would spend so much time in a corner doing the hokey pokey, turning yourself the fuck around. Cause what? Desiree Cherry Pop career.
Listen, they didn't call me Cherry Pop for no reason.
I'm putting plastic on the couch. I'm putting plastic on the damn couch.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hey, baby.
If the babies is on alive, I'm being good.
Yep, now we gotta be good. A,
I know.
B, C,
I
D,
don't feel
E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, yep, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. I mean, last time somebody child walked in here grown, they said we were picking on them and being PDFs and shit.
Cause you what? Shut up. Be quiet. Get away. Oops. I just said
Yep,
that
in
on live.
comes Miss Rachel.
Dang it.
They bring the little kids in the live, and then we got to be Miss Rachel. We just got to spin, pivot, Miss Rachel. Lord have mercy. Be careful. They might try to read your kids' tarot too.
Dang it, Des. I know. It slipped out. I'm sorry. Ugh.
Shit, hell, I missed it. You
What do you
farted?
mean?
Whatever
No,
slipped out.
I said, Josiah said, shut up to Josiah on a live.
You told your child to shut up on a live?
Damn it.
You told your child to shut up? Oh my God. Desiree.
I like how you say Desiree. Say it again. I just like
Desiree. We are signing you up for parenting classes expeditiously. How dare you tell that child to shut up?
Hope you have that. I just need a Google Pixel.
You could have just
charger.
told him to hush his mouth.
Don't have any. No, you don't have any Google Pixel chargers. They don't usually send those to the store. So.
She said it under her breath. Shut up. She could have said, shut the fuck up. She could have said that.
By like Fred Meyer, maybe electronic section. Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate that. Like I said, super simple. Yeah.
Best Buy or Fred Meyer?
Yeah, that's my guess.
Yeah.
Knowing that judgy ass is saying way much worse to their kids. Who even knows? They don't talk to their kids.
All done with that phone?
Yeah, I think it's still gonna download stuff over time, but it's gonna just have to do its own thing.
Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm getting off. I will talk to you guys.
Make your day as amazing as you are.
Bye.
Doodles, McDoodles. All right. I think I'm gonna get off here now. I only stayed the extra little bit for her. I love y'all. Thank you for stopping through. We slid this one in. Desiree wanted to talk about this today, but then she got busy. But either way, I had seen this one, and I thought this was a good topic. I think girl dads definitely need more kudos and more support. I love y'all real big, too. Go make your day as amazing as you are. It's a great day to have a great day. Hopefully, I don't get blown away. I will check in with y'all tomorrow. Yes, and thank you for coming by and kicking it with me. I always love hanging out with y'all. And we've got more good topics on the way. Go be great. I love y'all. Bye.